My stepdad turned my family against me. Update 2. Got a call from a number back home. I deleted most of my numbers a while ago from anyone I wasn't talking to. I picked up, and it was my stepfather. He said hello, and I hung up and blocked the number. I immediately called my mom, fiancé, and brother. They're all safe, not around him. Mom is in a hotel that he doesn't know about. Fiancé and brother are at their residences, and both say they feel adequately protected. He is not by any indication a violent man, but better safe than sorry. My brother said he got a call from him this morning when he got home after my mom wasn't there and wouldn't answer. Brother told him what happened and not to contact any of them. Not sure how long he sat there, but he called me around 3 p.m. About an hour ago, I got a message from a different number saying, "We need to talk." I assumed that's him. My curiosity got the better of me, and I called him. I did what some had suggested and recorded the call using a different app. I wish I could say the call provided me something, but that would be disingenuous. Hearing his voice made my skin crawl. He asked how I was, I told him to cut the crap, and he laughed. Nothing incriminating on his end, of course. The talk was about 3 minutes long, about nothing. I did ask him why he wasn't content with me being with her. He said I wasn't man enough and that a woman like her would have been wasted on me. He has a very traditional way of thinking relationship-wise. Which is especially funny because it shows how much he never knew about our relationship or her in general. There wasn't really much to take away from the conversation other than that. I don't really know what he wanted, but I told him not to call me again and hung up. Not very eventful on that front. I flew back home prior to the weekend last week and went to my uncle's birthday party. Had a good time, and the family was very welcoming and apologetic for not being more supportive after everything. None of them were ever rude or anything. I've got no negative feelings towards any of them. I talked with my brother and set up a meeting at his place with my ex and mother on Wednesday night. On Wednesday, I went over there and got what I expected. A lot of tears, a lot of apologies. I admittedly had a tough time keeping it together. I talked with both of them and my brother all independently. Mom has already filed for divorce, which is good, and I appreciate her doing so. We had a decent conversation. You can tell it's strained, but I think we're making some progress towards healing. My brother and I had a good talk. It was nice to talk with him in person. He apologized for everything that had happened, and I accepted it. I can definitely tell he feels remorse for how it all shook out, and for the work he put in to make it right. I definitely don't hold a grudge. My ex and I had a very long discussion through most of the night. We'd been talking over the phone for the last couple of weeks already. A lot of it was just catching up. We're obviously two very different people now after nearly a year and a half away. We had some more serious discussions later on, about everything. About how screwed up it all was and how broken I was by it all. She told me she'd already seen a therapist and asked if I would be willing to come with her to her appointment on Thursday. She's gone above and beyond for everything I could have asked of her the last few weeks, and I am truly appreciative of it. I went with her to her therapy appointment, which I feel was very productive for everyone. Her therapist seemed to be very appreciative of me being there as well. So we stayed talking for a while after, and I decided to ask if she wanted to go out Saturday night. So that's the plan right now. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I wanted to show her that I appreciate the effort she's putting in to try and mend what's been broken. And selfishly, I'd like to see her in a setting that isn't like the ones we've been in. Update 3. The date went very well. We had a nice night together, got dinner and went to an arcade, which we used to do somewhat frequently. It's the first date I've been on in nearly a year and a half, and I enjoyed myself a lot. We went back to her place afterward and talked. We're going to discuss the next steps during this week before I head back to California. The distance part is going to be the hardest, but I think it'll help keep the rose-colored glasses off if we aren't with each other constantly. Thank you again for the support from everyone. Update 4. A lot of folks were asking for another update, thanks TikTok. I have remained in contact with my brother, mom, and ex. My brother and I still talk a reasonable amount. Mom and I have been building back, there are definitely some improvements there. I'm truly glad she's back in my life, even if it's going to take some time for her to really be like a mother to me again. My ex and I spent a long time trying to see what was the best way to go about things. She flew out and spent time with me in California, which was very nice. At the moment, we're not together, and I think that's best for right now. As for my ex-stepfather, I really have no clue. He tried to contact my mother a few times following everything, but he never got a chance to talk. He hasn't been in contact with me at all, and for that, I'm thankful. I hope I never run into him again. Life changes. I did end up moving back east for a new job, a few states away from my family still, which I think is healthy. Thank you for all the support in this madness.